When people have lived experience of a topic and it's affected them personally, then this is clearly a sensitive area, and it's important to listen openly and to listen to learn and understand what's going on for them. I feel it's important not to question people's experience. You may not agree with some of the conclusions that they draw from that experience, but if you haven't lived their experience, then a lot of humility is required and a lot of sensitivity. It's not that you can't ever question the conclusions that they've drawn, but how you question them is important, and the timing is also important. You wouldn't want someone to have opened up and shared something deep and personal, and then to immediately question the conclusions that they draw. When people share their lived experience and their feelings about it, you want to be listening on more of a feelings or empathic level to get a sense of what that experience is like that's probably different from your lived experience. So I recommend for a while suspending the logical, critical side of your mind and opening the feelings, empathic side of your mind until you've really got a feeling sense of what they're saying and at least a flavor of what it might be like to be in their shoes. When people are sharing lived experience or feelings, it's important to remember two things that sound quite contradictory. The first is that feelings are facts, and the second is that feelings are not facts. Let me explain what I mean by that. Feelings are facts in the sense that I feel what I feel, and I have little control over that. So if I say that I feel happy, sad, hurt, touched, offended, or angry, then I most probably am feeling those things in my body. So we need to accept that feelings are facts on that level, in that sense. Feelings are not facts in the sense that if I feel hurt, it doesn't necessarily mean that you did something wrong. You may very well have done something wrong, unkind or unpleasant, but you may not have. It may be that I'm triggered because of some old wounds in me that were triggered by something that you said, and that you behaved perfectly reasonably and you had no way of knowing that you were going to hurt me. A simple example from my past is that my parents divorced when I was about 3 years old, and I met my father again about 20 years later. For a long time as a young adult, I felt quite easily triggered when people left in all sorts of ways. I used to feel that kind of pang that people tend to describe as feeling abandoned a lot. That was not anyone's fault. It was my own particular history that had affected me in that way. In my opinion, it's rarely okay to question someone's feelings, other than in the very unusual circumstances when you have good reason to believe that they're not able to tell what they're feeling or that they're lying. And even then, you would want to be really careful about how you do that, because obviously it's an incredibly delicate area. It may, however, be okay to question the conclusions that someone is drawing from their feelings. Again, if those feelings are strong, you would want to be careful how you do this and when you do this. You may choose not to do it at all in some situations. It may be that the story that the person's telling you has a greater importance, and questioning some small fact that's not really that relevant. I've had a number of conversations with people where there's clearly been a great injustice that's been done to them. I may question in my mind some small element of the conclusion that they're drawing, but I would need to have built up a lot of trust before I opened up that topic with them. But as a general rule, I would say avoid questioning people's feelings, but you can question the conclusions that they're drawing from those feelings. If you do question the conclusions, obviously don't do that until you have a good sense of the experience that they're sharing about, and then be sensitive about how you question the conclusions and show humility as you do it. If you want to stay up to date with new releases on the Disagreeing Well skills course, please subscribe to UCL's YouTube channel and also to UCL's Minds newsletter.